Hello everyone, Gifted Soul here. I know it's been a while since I have done a reading. However, I've been trying to do some healing. I have been doing personal readings for people still. However, just on YouTube, I wasn't posting. If you've watched my previous two videos before this one, a lot of you probably already know what I am referring to. But anyway, I felt called to do a pick a card reading tonight. This is going to be a mini past life reading in which I will be using Doreen Virtue's past life oracle deck and also the Earth Wisdom oracle deck by Barbara Moore. I am having a sale on my past life reading on Etsy. I will link that down below. I'll be having the sale to the 20th. It's only for the past life deck, not deck, but reading via Etsy. So, yeah. So this is just going to be very brief. I'm calling it a mini past life reading. This is kind of something you might expect in your past life reading with me on Etsy. I won't be using the Earth Wisdom deck on there though. I will only be using the life, I don't know why I'm about to say life purpose, but past life oracle deck by Doreen Virtue and Brian L. Weiss for those readings. But for this video, I decided to pull out the Earth Wisdom deck as well. So let's get started. So this is 1, 2, and then 3. I'm going to go ahead and get started. If you feel like you didn't have enough time, just rewind the video and give yourself time to meditate over which choice you would like. So yeah. So our past life card is Native American. And our Earth Wisdom is self-acceptance. So the vibration that I'm getting with this particular set here, set 1, is that some of you who have chosen this may have Native American in your bloodline. Maybe you don't know that yet, but there's a high chance of that is in your family heritage. If not in your current life, this is referring to your past life. Maybe you were in India for a short period of time during your past life. Or maybe you lived their lifestyle, that would be, Native American lifestyle. And then you have self-acceptance. And this tells me that not necessarily it's even about self-acceptance, but more so that you were having trouble accepting the lifestyle that you were living. And this is moving forward will probably affect the life that we are living today. So the number on this card, by the way, is 9. Now I also have Native American in my bloodline as well, on both sides of the family actually. So I resonate quite well with that message. And no, you don't have to have this in your bloodline. This can mean many different things. And I'm not trying to make this sound in a bad way. This is just the energy that comes up. Possibly during this lifetime or your previous life, you, if not in India again, you lived this type of lifestyle where you kind of stayed off in nature. There were no houses, things like that. Also, this is dedicated to the general public, so this is probably not going to resonate with everybody. Take what resonates and leave the rest behind. If you would like a more specific past life reading to your own energy, again, you may find the past life listing on Etsy, which I will link in the description box. But so yeah, what this card signifies, the Native American card, is that you you lived in your past life as a Native American or the Native American lifestyle, and it is connected to your current journey. The spirituality aspect of it, also the teachings that you were taught there, you may not even notice it or not, but you have been kind of living that same lifestyle in this lifetime. That's because you were taught that in your past life. And yeah, in the self-acceptance, again, I feel like that's more so about the Native American lifestyle that was lived, and I feel like that's not necessarily about self-acceptance within yourself. It could be for some of you, but for some of you it's about that lifestyle. You don't adapt well to different places. Yeah. So this card, aside from what I've already said, it's all about recognizing your value and your worth and accepting it. It's a card of you needing to know your worth. And your worth more than any stereotype, I feel, is what I need to say. You are a lot different from family members and those around you during this time, and it was kind of hard for you to accept yourself, is another thing that I'm getting. So that is the first set. Again, this is mini, so I'm not staying on them too long. This is just in honor of my past life reading sale, and just because I felt called to do it. So the second set here, our past life card is Monk or Nun. And our Earth Wisdom is Inspiration. So you were inspired. Seems like you were inspired by someone in your community, in your past life, to become conservative and be a part of monk traditions. So I don't feel like this was something you wanted to do right off the bat, but it is something that you eventually gained interest in watching others around you do it. And so, yeah. That's what I get from those two. In that, so inspiration. This is about you inspiring others back then as well. I feel like you are doing that now. Doesn't necessarily have to be in regards to monk or nun, but in the past life, I feel like it was for most of you who have picked this set. This is about bringing hope to other people, and the monk or nuns in that society, they brought hope to you in that past life. And so I feel like you are a hopeful person actually today, and you've learned from that. That's a lesson, honestly, that you have already learned, I feel. So that is our mini past life reading for number 2, and we're going to get to our last one here. And it is Egypt. Interesting. And then our earth wisdom is divine protection. Okay. So, divine protection and Egypt. Also, you can read along with me. I'm just reading the energy I feel. Feel free to use your intuition as well and see what you pick up on. Yeah. So Egypt. Maybe you were Egyptian in your past life. You possibly may actually have this in your bloodline as well. And possibly for some of you, that's not going to be for all of you. Or you might not have even had Egyptian in your bloodline, but you could have you could have traveled or visited Egypt. Yeah. And so if you are drawn to Egyptian culture, or again, you may have likely traveled there. Doesn't necessarily mean you were Egyptian or that it's in your blood or anything like that. Could be, but more than likely for a lot of you, this is about you just visiting that place in your past life, and you probably like to travel. Now, if you today don't think, which is probably what the divine protection message is in significance with Egypt, is that maybe you possibly in this lifetime have deep fears about Egyptian culture or something based around it. So this is basically saying that if you have those fears, or any type of trauma around that, you're needing to um, work on releasing those toxic energies from which you have received in your past life. You have deep fears about maybe being out of the country generally, not necessarily Egypt, and that's a fear that was placed on you because of things you've been through in Egyptian culture in your past life. So our divine protection message is all about again, I feel like that's about the Egypt thing, but it talks about being guided by angels and divine, I feel like divine feminine mostly, even if you are a male. So when you thought you were by yourself in this country or whatever foreign land you may have been in at that time, you weren't. You're very protected. There were angels, there were even fairies surrounded by you, helping you and guiding you through this place. So, yeah. You might have maybe a phobia of kind of traveling too far. And if that's not the case, again, this can mean many different things. So, yeah, that is the mini past life reading for set 3. Again, I am having a sale on my past life oracle reading, which is half off until November 20th. So be sure to order that if you are interested. I will link everything down below. I wish you guys love and light. I am still providing readings just on YouTube. I was kind of MIA for a little bit as far as me posting, And I am back. I probably won't be posting every day, but I'll try to do it more often. I love you guys. I appreciate you guys for watching and stick around. Please do subscribe if you're new. I do this kind of thing. I used to do it often, but I'm back to try to do it again more often. And like, comment, share, and tell me how this reading resonated, or just, just breathe a word to me in the comments. I love hearing from you guys. If you want to talk to me directly about my services, you can email me at giftedsoul777@gmail.com or use the contact form on my website. Yeah, I am selling a lot of readings on Etsy that I do not provide on my psychic website. So check that out. I wish you love and light. Bye, guys.